Alright, welcome back everyone and welcome to Chapter 4. Okay, so today we're going to be graphing inequalities. So, why do we have to graph an inequality? Up until this point, we've only just had the answer is 4. Well, let's find out what an inequality is. We are no longer dealing in equal signs. An inequality is a math problem that contains either a greater than, a less than, not equal to, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to sign. Here's some examples. Now, I'm sure you've seen these in elementary school. We're just going to take a deeper look at them. So, we have greater than or less than. Greater than is also known as more than, and less than is also known as fewer than. When we have greater than or equal to, that is also known as at least and no less than. We'll be able to deal with some word problems and you'll be able to see what that means. And right over here, less than means less than or equal to, at most, or no more than. You might want to copy these down. It'll be very beneficial if you do. Let me show you why. Here are the definitions from the previous page. So, what if I wanted you to write a word sentence as an inequality, and I gave you this problem? A number x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 79. Well, if you know your definitions, all you need to find out is greater than or equal to. Where is that up top? Oh, there it is. That means my number plus x would be greater than or equal to 7.9. What if I had a number x is at most negative 10? Where is at most? There it is. A number x is at most 10, right, less than or equal to. Twice a number is more than. Where's more than? There it is, right over here. And you understand, if you have your definitions, it'll be very easy to turn word sentences into mathematical inequalities. All right, so once we can do that, really, what is the solution to an inequality? Well, it's a little more complicated than, say, the answer 3. So let's take a look. We like to say that any number that makes the inequality true. What is a solution set to an inequality? It's all the solutions that make the inequality true. What is the graph of the inequality? It's a picture of all the solutions in the inequality. Let's take a look at this. Tell whether the given value is a solution to an inequality. So, if I have a problem like this, how do I know if an answer is true? Well, I simply take whatever y equals and I substitute it into the equation. Inequality. Negative 3 plus 6 equals 3. Is 3 greater than 4? Is 3 less than 4? Yeah, it is. And that's why it's true. And if it's true, it is a solution to the inequality. What about this one? Well, all again I have to do is substitute it in. And I get negative 20 is less than negative 17. Is negative 20 less than negative 17? Yes, it is. That's true. And if it's true, it is a solution to the inequality. You try. Okay, I'm back. So, I substitute in. Negative 14 plus negative 8 gets you negative 22. Is negative 22 greater than negative 20? No, that's false. And if it's false, then it is not a solution to the inequality. You guys? All right, we plug in. Multiply before we add. Oops, that's out of order. But you'll notice negative 8 plus 3 equals negative 5. And negative 5 is less than 12. That is true, so negative 4 is a solution to the inequality. I'll fix that before class. All right, so here we are. How do I graph the solutions to an inequality? Well, here's a very simple one. A number I don't know is less than 2. Can you think of some numbers that are less than 2? Well, I can think that 1 is less than 2. I can think 0 is less than 2. Heck, negative 1 is less than 2. There are lots of numbers less than 2. Matter of fact, there are an infinite number of answers that are less than 2. Negative 100 is less than 2. Negative 1 million is less than 2. All negative numbers are less than 2. So what do? Well, the answer is all of them. How do I draw all of them? Well, I simply draw a straight line, and that includes all the dots. Why do I have an open circle here at 2? The open dot means 2 is not a solution, because if I plugged in 2, is 2 less than 2? No, that's false. What about 3? Is 3 less than 2? No, that's false, and that's why this side is not shaded. Do you notice that we only shade the true side? That's going to be popular for the next few years in math when it comes to inequalities. Only shade the true side. So how do I graph this one? All right, well, let's start picking some numbers. What numbers are greater than negative 1? Well, let's see. 0 is greater than negative 1. 1 is greater than negative 1. 2 is greater than negative 1. Are you starting to notice that all these are true over here on this side? And on this side, is negative 3 greater than negative 1? No, that's false. What about negative 2? That's false too. Are you noticing that we're having a false side? Why would I have an open circle? Because is negative 1 greater than negative 1? No, they're equal. One is not bigger than the other. So we only shade the true side. What about this one? Well, you'll notice that numbers like 0 are less than 1/2. Negative 1 is less than 1/2. Negative 2, we're starting to have a true side over here. 2 is not less than 1/2. 3 is not less than 1/2. We're getting a false side. What about 1/2? Is 1/2 less than or equal to 1/2? Yes, it is. That's true. And that's why we close the circle. And then we shade to the true side. Notice we've got a true side, and this was our false side. A closed dot indicates that 1/2 is part of the solution. I'll let you do this one. All right. Did you close the dot? Did you shade this direction? Nice job. That's the true side. Try this one. Did you leave an open circle? Oh, that should be open. And we shade the true side. I'll fix that. Oh. And over here, close circle. Let's see. If I plug 0 in, negative 2 is greater than 0. That's false. Negative 3. Negative 2 is greater than negative 3. That's true. We shade the true side. All right, everybody, sorry for not having an open circle here. I really apologize for that. I must have copied and pasted wrong. But that's what we're going to be doing here. All right, everyone, if you got any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks.